Yo, 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 welcome to Hard Pass. I am your host, Jacques Slade. Today on the show, we will be talking about, and I promise to you, the Hard Pass viewer, is that we will not be talking about or in this episode. Look, we hear you. We read the comments when it's in good faith, so we get it. You're tired of it. I am too. Co-writer is sick of doing bits about them. They're still making headlines for dumbass reasons, but yeah, let's take a break from the and of it all right? Let's start with some hot takes. The Nike LeBron 20 has arrived, and for the first time in a long time, even the most jaded LeBron sneaker haters are acknowledging that the design is doing something a little more friendly to the casual audience. They just can't get over the new colorways dropping. To that, I would just say stay tuned, I guess, but also calm down, yo. They made a bread colorway. That's about as generic as it gets. It works for MJ. Why can't it work for Bron? Congrats to PJ Tucker for purchasing the rare Air Jordan 6 Donda sample. I don't know that he actually won the auction, by the way. I just assume that he did because, well, it's PJ. Media days have begun in the NBA, and the sneakers are out in full force. Two highlights for me were seeing friends of the program, Kais and Shu Hefner 5, pop up at LA's junior varsity professional basketball team to talk hoops with guys like John Wall and Kawhi Leonard. Shout out to the Claw for hooking up Wall with some New Balances and restraining himself from making fun of the Nikes because they were Kobe's. Shows you the love that they have for the Mamba still. The other highlight was Damian Lillard rocked a Kane and Undertaker mismatched colorway of the Adidas Dame 8 as he continues to show his love for the Attitude Era of the WWE. Not saying that Dame should be the next member of Hit Row or anything like that, but he seems like he's one hot promo or diss track away from challenging the tribal chief Roman Reigns for the WWE Universal Championship. Hey, being a celebrity of any kind of notoriety worked for one of the Paul brothers, and they're actually good in the ring. Besides, Dame hitting the ropes will probably go a lot better than Dwight Howard's Try Hard promos that's basically a Show Nuff ripoff from The Last Dragon. First Superman, now Show Nuff. Does that guy have any original material? Anyway, on the other side of the wrestling sneaker war, we've actually got Action Bronson getting in the ring for AEW and taking 0 bumps as per his contract. But as he was giving it to the scrubs of the Jericho Appreciation Society with tag team partner Hook, Bobby Baklava also debuted his New Balance 990 V6 collab. Wait, we're at 6 Vs already? All right. Anyway, Panini and Reebok have teamed up for an exclusive friends and family version of the Reebok Question. Now, the icy colorway comes with shiny baby blue and gold like they are Prism versions of his Denver Nuggets uniforms. But the real gem might be the cards that they included with the sneakers. So Panini, if you're listening, this is co-writer taking over the teleprompter and asking you for a pair of these, not the shoes, the cards. Jacques can keep the kicks for an unboxing. Hey, co-writer, you realize I'm not your Ron Burgundy, bro.
Damn it! Who typed a question mark on the teleprompter? Anything you put on that prompter, Burgundy will read.
Anyway, so Marvin Harrison Jr., son of Hall of Famer wide receiver and man you don't ever want to mess with, Marvin Harrison, was shown wearing an Apple Watch and a pair of Nike cleats customized with a Louis Vuitton monogram print. Somehow, that turned into a whole controversy about what kids should be wearing on the field and blah, blah, blah. But really, I'm more shocked that some outlets, ESPN, really thought those cleats were LV endorsed. If anything, using the print is kind of dated. How do I know this? Because Drew Brees wore custom Louis Vuitton and Supreme cleats at training camp a few years back. Only thing that would have made that moment more cringe is if DJ Khaled was there cheering Drew on. Although, if Drew told Khaled to go knock it off like his wife did, that would have been funny.
All that talk you talk, let's do it.
Yeah, shut the up. I ain't like you. I don't need you in the background.
Yo, chill.
Debo Samuel of my 5-time world champion San Francisco 49ers is the latest Jordan Brand athlete, celebrating the occasion by having a photo shoot at what is likely his house and seeing how close he can get his cool grays to the fire pit without lighting them up. Okay, that's a cool flex, I guess, but congrats to Debo. That explains the custom Air Jordan 14 Red Ferrari and the Air Jordan 6 Carmine cleats that he's worn the past few weeks. So hopefully, some real deal PEs are actually on the way for my guy. It's the lone thing we're probably going to be excited about this season, it seems. It'll get better, Jimmy G, right? Anyway, Jello Ball has signed with the Charlotte Hornets on a non-guaranteed deal. Cue the LeVar is a genius tweets. Oh wait, there aren't that many tweets and replies like that anymore. There's a clutch point graphic, but that's like old Simpsons storylines that predict the future. There's one for everything. It's weird. Like, we got used to that noise for so long, and now that it's Well, I mean, I guess it's not really gone, but it's just not as loud anymore. Do I miss it? Am I broken? All right, now for an actual review on NBA 2K23. Sorry. This isn't a review. It's because Co-Writer is way too up his own ass about what is and isn't a review, you know, ethics in games journalism and whatnot. Instead, these are our impressions of what we've played so far and what we'll be playing in the foreseeable future, because Co-Writer couldn't give two shits about the My Player and My Team modes. See, while Hard Pass embraces the evolution of gaming, walking around a virtual world where everybody looks like they're on their way to SneakerCon does nothing for us. We get enough of that in our actual real lives. And with apologies to Jake from State Farm, who makes an appearance in this game, 2K has yet to top the insanity that was the 2K16 story mode, aka a Spike Lee joint. According to Co-Writer, that thing felt like a first draft where he got game in the worst possible way. I don't know. Bad Spike Lee scripts and a face-off with Bizarro Michael Jordan sounds like a good time to me, honestly. As for My Team, our gripe with it is the same as it is every year. Paying real money to buy digital cards was silly even before NFTs became a craze. But not being able to transfer even just the images of the cards into the next game and beyond, that's even worse. Like, give players a digital album either in the game or on the My NBA 2K app that lets them see all of their cards. It could be like kids who grew up playing the original Pokemon games on the Game Boy that have transferred their pocket monsters from each iteration to the present day levels of dedication. The only thing we do with My Team now is open the complimentary packs with whatever collector's edition version of the game we get, look at the cards for a minute, and never touch that mode again. I will say, the option to grade these cards like they were being sent off to PSA or BGS was a real choice, and I respect it. I got a 9.5 Gem Mint MJ card, and I have no idea why I didn't get a 10. Was there a glitch in the zeros and the ones and the cards coding? Come on, 2K. I need an explanation, even if it's just one sentence. And man, that was a long explanation for why we're not reviewing the game. Thanks, ethical Co-Writer. How come he doesn't have ethics and just cheeses Steph Curry when he plays online? Cheating ass. Anyway, right. Our impressions of the two modes that really matter in this year's game: the Jordan Challenges and My Eras. As we've talked about here in the show previously, the Jordan Challenges is the follow-up to the mode that helped elevate 2K to the mainstream. It covers 15 of Michael Jordan's most iconic moments, from his go-ahead shot against Georgetown in the 1982 NCAA championship game to his last shot against Utah in 1998 to his return into... Sorry, we're still pretending the Wizards MJ didn't happen. Scratch that last line. Even though only 5 of the 15 challenges are actually new, you will want to give them a second playthrough because 2K has gone back and made the presentation authentic to the time period. So in that 1982 college game, there's no three-point line. It's halves instead of quarters, and it looks and sounds like a broadcast from 1982, CRT filters and whatnot. This goes all the way to 1998 when the score graphics on the TV are a little too close to the NBA on NBC's look that I was half expecting John Tesh to play after every timeout. Damn. You know, they really should have done that. You know, ba-na-na-na-na-na. Anyway, it's like actively playing the Last Dance documentary instead of passively watching it. They even got NBA legends like Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and rival coaches like Pat Riley and governors like Jeannie Buss. See a pattern to talk about MJ's rise to greatness. It's a compelling package for the MJ historian or the MJ curious. Two things though. A, 2K needs to figure out a way to get Charles Barkley and Reggie Miller in the game because those two have multiple memorable moments with Mike that would work in this mode. And B, ease up on the rebounding challenges. Preventing Dominique Wilkins from scoring 20 points? No problem. Scoring 69 points in 24 minutes against Larry Bird and the Celtics? Pfft, easy peasy. Grabbing 9 rebounds at the guard position against a young Patrick Ewing? No bueno. Doing the same thing against a prime Dennis Rodman, aka your own teammate? Walingya. You're going to be sweating the last quarter of every game. Now, look, there are workarounds, but I would much rather complete those tasks organically and preferably in one shot because I don't have time to play the same challenges multiple times. While the Jordan Challenges grabbed a lot of the headlines pre-release, the mode that the Hard Pass team was captivated with was My Eras. It's the mode for the die-hard NBA nerd. At first glance, it's the game's franchise mode because you could just start in 2022, or you could strap yourself into a time machine. Yeah. Time Machine sounds like a way more fun and interesting way to go. Using the same retro aesthetics in the Jordan Challenges, you can go back to multiple points in NBA history, a year before a game-changing player is about to be drafted like MJ, Shaquille O'Neal, the late Kobe Bryant, or LeBron James. Gameplay and rules are also era-specific, so don't expect a lot of three-point bombs in the 80s, but expect a lot of physicality when driving to the lane. I honestly feel like the devs watched a lot of Bad Boys Piston footage and had their mocap people recreate the different ways that team knocked MJ's ass to the floor. With every season that passes, rules change, teams relocate, and uniforms update, and you have the power to veto them all. That's right. If you want to see the Vancouver Grizzlies draft Ja Morant in 2019 or Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden win a championship in Seattle Supersonics colors, you can make it happen here. Like in the Jordan challenges, there are moments that break the immersion, like sneakers, hair, and tattoos being period inaccurate, draft classes feeling incomplete because they couldn't get certain players, and some commentary being a little too on the nose, but those all feel fixable with another year of polish and more bags to convince Barkley. My Era also pretends like real life doesn't happen. So in Co-Writer's Game, Magic Johnson kept going after the 1991 season when his Lakers lost to a Sonics team with MJ, the Glove, Scottie Pippen, and Sean Kemp. It's a long story. He also saw Reggie Lewis get his number retired in Boston, Drazen Petrovic become an all-NBA player, and Latrell Sprewell finish his career with the Warriors. He also forced the trade for 2003 LeBron for Steve Nash, coming off an MVP season, so we had a big three of Ray Allen, Tim Duncan, and rookie Bron before losing them all to free agency. Again, co-writer, let's just say he was having some fun. NBA 2K23 succeeded this year in providing something for every type of NBA fan. The gameplay has always been solid year in and year out, and the graphics are top-notch, except when you look at Manu Ginobili. Yeah, I'm sure there are thousands of kids pissed off at Ronnie 2K right now about locker codes or pink diamond cards being trash or servers being down, but frankly, that doesn't concern the Hard Pass crew. We're washed old heads who find joy in signing Scottie Pippen to a max contract as soon as possible so he doesn't leave, or tweaking the sliders ever so slightly so MJ could make those 6 threes and a half against the Blazers. The base game, the Jordan challenges, and My Eras was enough for us, but whether that makes for a compelling $70 package, well, that's going to be up to you. All right, it's time for the Heat Check, where we bring you everything that's dropping this week. First up, we have the Jordan Luka 1 in football gray on the 4th for $120, the Nike Dunk Low UCLA on the 5th for $110, the Nike Air Max Scorpion Lemon Wash for $250. We have the women's Air Jordan 3 Black and Gold on October 6th for $200, the Air Jordan 11 Low IE Light Or Wood Brown on the 6th for $185, the Air Jordan 1 Utility in Neutral Olive and Light Steel Gray on the 7th for $170, the Reebok Answer 4 Dynamic Blue for $150, the New Balance 2002R Protection Pack, this is a US release, that's going to be $150 each. Then the Air Jordan 3 RKO Brown on the 8th for $210, and then the girls Air Jordan 12 Floral for $150. Then for our pick of the week is the women's Air Jordan 1 Mid Split Panda, and those are on the 6th for $135. Let's play a voicemail.
I like how you skip the Jordan Low black and white split. It's a reverse panda and a panda dunk as a Jordan 1 Low, and you just skipped it. It's a Jordan 1 Low split, black and white. How is that not a fire shoe? How you just gonna skip over that like you ain't cop you a pair? I did. I hit it. I hit on Nike for them things, and them things is fire. Get back at me.
I don't know where you've been, good sir, but we've been talking about pandas for a while now. We made a list of Panda Jordans, shameless plug. Maybe it was lost in the madness of the past few weeks, but pandas were always there, just biding their time and waiting for the right moment to make your eyes bleed from its blandness. But this isn't about me or my take on the pandas. This is about all of us. Actually, let's make this our hard pass this week, as in we have to give a hard pass to all the panda slander. Look, you guys, we just have to embrace our inner panda and accept reality. Black and white is here to stay, and there's nothing we can do about it. You see it at the mall, you see it on Melrose, you see it at school, you see it everywhere. Panda Dunks are just more expensive Vans. They are the modern day default sneaker. Pandas are what NMDs were when they were new and what Roshis were when they were new. Granted, it's a little different because it's Nike and people get all in their feelings about Nike, and because Dunks have been around since the 80s. Here's the thing though. Don't tell that to the kids. They believe that they discovered these shoes and that we're all just a bunch of olds who didn't appreciate them. And you know what? I was once a youth like that, so I get it. Let the pandas roam, people. Let them live in peace. In fact, we need more pandas out there. Panda Dunks, Panda Jordans, forget Oreo Flyknits. Those are Panda Flyknits now. Like, I can't stand it when 2K throws in their generic shoes on players who clearly wore Nikes or other brands that didn't make the cut. They should either be wearing Panda Dunks or Panda Vans. I said it before, and I'll say it again. The Panda's secret is their blandness. You actually have to put some effort into building a fit where those shoes won't match. And the split pandas? Man, that's genius right there. They get the best of both worlds. For all you naysayers who say Adidas would be out of business tomorrow if it wasn't for Kanye, what if they smartened up, ditched those zebra Yeezys and called them Panda Yeezys? Or better yet, made a flip version and called those Panda Yeezys? Sure, we now know that Kanye won't approve them, but do you think the kids will care? I don't, and you know I'm right. So just accept the pandas, let them in, and hope Nike makes enough so that they stop paying attention to the Dunks and Jordans that you like so you can buy them at retail. $200 for pandas and Jordan 1s sitting on shelves? Nature is healing, everybody. But also, don't wear Panda Dunks or Jordans, Drew Brees. That's like parents discovering Facebook or old millennials liking Fortnite now that there's no builds. Stop raising your hand, co-writer. I've seen your Vegeta doing the Doja Cat dance like a dozen times already. And please don't airdrop him again. All right. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. That's going to do it for the show. Thank you for watching Hard Pass. I'm Jacques Slade. I'll see you next week, but not before we leave you with a viewer Hard Pass from the same cat who left a message about the Panda Dunks.
I think Nike's losing it. As a culture, what are we supposed to move on to if the Dunks are still sitting on the shelves? The Laker High Dunks are still on sale in my size, and I wear a size 10. If it ain't a Jordan 3 or a Jordan 4, it just ain't hitting. So I'm going to buy all the Dunk Highs I need, man. But seriously, what's next for the shoe culture if it ain't the Dunk High anymore, or if it ain't the Dunk? The Jordan 3, the Jordan 4, it ain't the 2, it ain't the Nocta.
Hey, if you'd like to be possibly featured in a future episode, call us at 818-493-9325. Leave a short message, your socials if you want, no more than 30 seconds. All right, I'll see you next week. Peace.